You're now in tune to Convos with Mr. Cooper.
All right. Welcome to Convos. I'm Mr. Cooper. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the new season 4 to be exact. And I told you I was going to have some special guests, but this time from my favorite sports arena, the pro wrestling industry. And ladies and gentlemen, we're stepping into the ring right now with none other than the reigning, defending CCW World Heavyweight Champion, Meto. From humble beginnings, he's dominating the wrestling scene. And here in the United States, he's dominating on a higher level. Today, we're going to talk about Meto's journey, his testament to having grit, passion, sheer determination, with a title reign that's turning heads in a fierce style that commands respect. Meto has proven that he's not just a powerhouse, but he's a force of nature. Let's dive right into the mind of the man who's not only carrying the CCW title, but he's redefining what it means to be champion. Welcome to Convos, Meto.
That was such a great introduction, my man.
Listen, man, I try, brother. I try.
No, you're doing it. You're doing it. You even had me up.
Hey, listen, man, that's the whole goal, man. How is your day going so far, sir?
I left the gym, left the tanning bed on the way to the show. Just a regular day, man.
Come on, y'all can see he is nonstop.
I'm ready to go at any time.
He's ready. He's nonstop, man. Meto, I want to tell you personally, brother, it's an honor. Like I told you off camera, you are the first professional wrestler to grace Convos with Mr. Cooper in this new iteration of the show. And I want to thank you for not only being a humble man, but taking the time out of your busy schedule as champion, by the way, to sit down and talk with me, man.
I want to thank you for having me, and it's great to be the first,
Oh yeah. Let's get started. Let's just dive right into it. Let's dive right into it. You know, growing up in Bulgaria, correct?
Yes, sir.
Growing up in Bulgaria, what was your first introduction to wrestling, and how did it influence your decision to pursue it as a career?
Oh man, it was actually very easy. That's the first memory I have was I saw Goldberg spearing Triple H at Unforgiven 2003. I must have been like 4 years old, and I saw this, and I just told everybody like, "Yo, that's it." So to answer your question, it was actually a very easy decision. I saw it and I set my mind then and there, and I told everybody like, this is what I'm going to be doing. That's it. There's nothing else for me. There's no plan B, C, D. No. Pro wrestling.
So you saw Goldberg spear Triple H, and that was it. That was it.
That's where the spear comes from, man. I just love it. Like it just. And then once I got a little older, I got into it, and I saw all the greats like John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, like Chris Benoit, like Undertaker, Kane, Triple H. The list goes on and on and on. And I just kept getting like drawn in, and it just made my mind even more. Like there was no question there. Like that's it. Like straight up. Like that's all I'm doing.
But you can tell. I can honestly tell when I see you in the ring. And I see the intensity, I see the passion. You could tell it oozes in you. So you could tell if those were your first iterations of wanting to get into the business. You can tell because you see it all through. You see it in your mannerisms. You see it in your presence when you walk in the arena. So I mean, it's shown, brother. It's shown.
I mean, I appreciate that. That's the name of the game, right? It's real. It's as real as it gets. Like,
come on,
that's it.
Come on. Like my guy from Kayfabe Clothing, like he says in the clothing, he said, wrestling is real, people are fake.
There you go. And that's true.
That's true. What's the biggest culture shock from transitioning from Bulgaria to the United States in life and in pro wrestling? What was the biggest culture shock for you?
I mean, to be honest with you, it wasn't that much of a shock because I left Bulgaria when I turned 18, straight off of high school because I needed to make money for that transition and all of that. And Bulgaria doesn't pay really good, so back in the days, so I had to leave. So I finished high school, I packed my bag, I left to live in Belgium. I traveled around in Europe. Then I settled down in Spain. So I got to experience at a very early age. I got to experience all these different cultures and mainly by myself. Like I finally had a family when I went to Spain, but through Europe, it was just me by myself at 18 years old. So when I came here, it wasn't that much of a cultural shock difference. It still was a little bit of like, okay, this is like different than what I'm used to, but it wasn't as hard hitting as when I was 18. If that would have been my first experience, that would have been a little bit mind blowing because here you get a mixture of all the. It's not just American culture. You get people from all over the world, from Latin America, India, like Europe, America. Right. So it's a huge thing, you know.
Right. So how long have you been in Florida from that transition? How long have you been here in Florida?
5 years now. I moved in when I was 21, and I turned 26 not too long ago. So solid 5 years, going to be
okay,
6.
Okay. And what is it about Florida that you love? What is it about Florida?
The weather, the beaches, you know, that would be the main thing. But to be honest with you, to get a little further in the game, it doesn't matter where I'm gonna be as long as there's wrestling. So Miro, formerly known as Rusev, he told me like, hey, you're gonna settle down in Miami, Florida. You're gonna train with Dave at CCW. So I said, okay, that's cool, you know. So I just moved in here, settled down here. If he would have said like you're going to Alaska, I would have gone to Alaska. So
wherever wrestling was, that's where you were gonna be.
Yeah, whatever Miro says, which I'm forever grateful to him for doing me that favor. Whatever he would have sent me, I would have go anywhere. I just want to wrestle. Yeah, I live for this. That's why I came here.
Tell me a little bit about that relationship. How did that relationship spark up between you and Miro?
I mean, it started with a dream. Like we met at the gym accidentally, and he was great enough to take me seriously because, like I said, I just finished high school. We just happened to be working out at the same gym. We met there. I told him about like what I want to do, what my dreams are, and I just asked him like, how should I do it? And he just took me seriously, and thank God he helped me. Thank him, thank all his family. They're all been amazing to me. Like there's not been a time where I pick up the phone and I needed advice for whatever reason, whether it's just wrestling or life, whatever advice, I just pick up the phone and I call him, and he's always there to answer. So him and Dave Gangrel, I'm forever thankful to both of them.
Right. How important is it for you to establish these kind of relationships in and outside of the business, ones that you know are real and that you know that's not only beneficial to you, but that's going to be beneficial in the long term?
I don't look at it that way because I don't want to kind of use that relationship to make it beneficial. That's not my goal. I'm not trying to do that. My relationship is straight like family relationship. And we just trying to be there for each other, you know. Whatever comes along the way, it comes along the way. But I'm here to make a statement.
And that's what I mean. I'm glad you clarified that, because that's what I mean when I asked that question. The importance of building real, genuine relationships is important. It's not about using someone or using a certain thing to get you somewhere. Integrity is important. Integrity is very, very important. And I can see that, and I can tell within you. We've talked off camera, we've talked at the shows, and I told you what my plans were as far as getting you on the show and talking to you, and those are genuine. It's not about using or utilizing someone. So I understand that wholeheartedly and completely, and I appreciate the answer, because people need to know, not just in this industry, but in other industries, it's important to develop those type of relationships, and those are the ones that's going to take you and get you further in life. It's not about the things, it's about the people you connect with.
And not only that, but it's also not only in this industry, but in I assume in every industry is like that. It's very hard to find real people you can rely on, whether just for an advice or just to like share what's bothering you. It's very hard to find these people in any business, not just our business, but especially in our business. So I'm very grateful to God, and I'm very like happy to be able to have these relationships with not only them, but with Domino as well. Like just whenever something's on your mind, something's bothering you and it's not going your way, you can just share your thoughts, you know, talk to people, man. That helps.
Right. Let me ask you this. Can you tell me a moment in your career where you've ever thought about giving up? And if so, what pushed you through it?
I mean, it's been quite a few of those moments. The first main one was when I experienced severe brain bleeding and brain damage when I started. I had just started like a month before that, and unfortunately,
Wow.
whatever happened, and I ended up with a broken nose, with severe brain damage and brain bleeding. So I was out for my first year. Like
Wow.
when I came, and all that stuff happened, and I was out. It was very rough, you know. It was very rough because, like I said, 21 years old. I don't know anybody here but Gangrel. Miro, Rusev, he was living in Nashville, so he's all the way in Nashville. Like I mean, it's just me and Coach, and yeah, thank God. I don't know how he didn't give up on me. He had all the reasons to do so. He didn't give up on me, and I just kept going because when you have a dream, you got to pursue it no matter what. Like there's always gonna be an obstacles. You just cannot stop. You gotta keep
Right.
grinding. You gotta keep going no matter what. Just believe in God. Be a good person. Keep going. Surround yourself with good people, good mindset. That's all.
Right.
All of this is all about. You know.
How important is your faith to you? How important is it in your life?
In my life, that's one of the most important things. That's the thing that keeps you going. You know. You if you don't have hate, if you don't have faith, what are you doing here?
Right. Big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. Listen, what lessons have you learned in the ring that you apply to your everyday life?
Believe in yourself. Believe in everything that you do, and don't take no for an answer. And you're only as good as your next match.
Come on. Come
So
on.
that would be like the most important things that I learned. Like mainly like believe in yourself.
All right. So let's talk about you as the CCW heavyweight champion. How long was that road to get to that championship, to get to being the face of the company? And where do you see yourself in ranking from the past CCW heavyweight champions?
So let me answer the second question first. The best, the most dominant
The
champion,
fucking best.
the best. Like if you don't think you're number one, like what are you doing here? You should always strive to be the best. Yeah, there's been many great champions before me, but they're all ex-champions. Who's the man now? Like, like, you know what I mean? How
I
long
love
did it?
it.
How long did it take? Right about 2.5 years. I started, and 6 months after that, when we started with CCW, 6 months after that, I became the CCW Southeastern champion,
Mhm.
and I held the belt for well over a year and a half. And then I dropped the belt to Jacko Stevens, and a month later, I whooped QT's ass and became the heavyweight champion of the face of the company. You know.
Listen, I believe that's when I worked my first article for CCW. The night you won the championship
Yes, I remember that.
from the night you won the championship from QT Marshall. How was that experience, and how did you feel? How did you feel capturing the title in that moment?
It was a very let me tell you this. It was a very very personal moment in my life because so first of all, like my family came to visit me for the first time like in 6 years maybe. So
Wow.
that day they were just leaving. So right before the show, I had to drop them off at the Miami airport, so they couldn't see it. So I was like, "Come on,
Mm,
guys! Like you came to see all the other shows because they were here for a month. So like you saw all the other shows, but you're not gonna see the most important one. So I had to win. You know, it was like I have to because of them. But it was a great moment. Like, how did it feel? It felt great. It felt like a long time coming.
right. So, the mindset of a champion. This is what I want to discuss because so many people, if you're not aware of this business is a very grueling business, and if to make it to championship status, that's two things in my eyes. That's one, the company sees something in you as the talent, as the one to lead the charge, and from the other side, as the talent, as the one in there putting in the reps, you are a leader in that locker room. You are a leader to so many. So what is in your mindset after securing the CCW championship, what's your mindset and approach to having wrestling and pro wrestling evolve?
You got to be as professional as you can, and there's no time for mistakes. You got to be at your 100% every time, every night, every day you show up. You got to be at your 100%, because just like you said, you have all these people now looking up to you as the man, as the face of the company. So you can't let them down. Like, you got all the outside of the wrestling, you got the fans. It doesn't matter if you're sick or somebody's hurting you, you tear a muscle. Like, you got to keep going, because you just can't stop. You just got to that level. So you got to be at your best, even if you're not 100%, which you never are, because we always train our asses off. So you're never 100%. You got to show up and show out. Like, you're number one attraction right now. You're the heavyweight champion of the world. So there's no room for mistakes. There's no room for like doubts. You can't doubt yourself. Like, you just got to keep going no matter what. That's where the faith kicks in.
That's right. That's right. Listen, we are just getting started talking with Meto, the CCW heavyweight champion of the world. But on this show, we do have bills to pay. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Convos.
Subscribe to the Signature Seriez Network and unlock the on-demand section for endless entertainment. Gain exclusive access to the Signature Seriez Travel Club, a treasure trove of discounts and savings. Enjoy up to 60% off on flights, car rentals, theme park and movie tickets, hotels, restaurants, and more. Immerse yourself in a world of incredible deals and discounts, all in one convenient place. Experience the joy of saving money while exploring new destinations and enjoying thrilling adventures. From dream vacations to everyday expenses, the Signature Seriez Travel Club has you covered. Access exclusive discounts on electronics, countless stores, and a wide range of products and services. All this and more for the incredibly low price of just $5.99 a month. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to save big and indulge in top-notch entertainment. Join the Signature Seriez Network today and start enjoying the benefits of both unlimited entertainment and incredible savings.
All right. Welcome back to more Convos. I'm Mr. Cooper, and of course, I am joined by the CCW heavyweight champion of the world, Meto. Meto, let's talk about a little bit of your preparation. I don't like to say rituals. Let's talk about your preparation. Do you have any unique pre-match routines to get you right, get you in the mindset before stepping in the ring?
I take a knee and I pray to God for me and for my opponent. That's about it. And then a bunch of push-ups.
He's like, he take a knee and he pray for y'all. Whoever's standing across from him, he's taking a knee and he praying for y'all safety. I love that.
Because it's going to be brutal. It's going to be ugly. So I just pray you come out alive, you know? Listen.
Your most recent match, I believe it was against Maximus, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
The lead up to that match, I'm watching. Lead up to that match, I love the way it was set up from both ends. I love your intensity in your promos. I love how Max was he kind of matched your promo. How was it working with him, and how was that match after it was done? How was that match for you?
Hurt for both of us. That's how the match was. We were both pretty banged up, but how it was working with him, it was actually pretty good. I got to learn a lot from him because he's super professional. He's a great friend to me, even outside of wrestling business. Like we have a connection on a personal level. So it was great to learn from him because he's been doing this for a half minute and he's been to a lot of places, so he knows a lot of stuff. So for me, it was a great opportunity to soak in his brain and to see some other stuff that I was lacking. So it was great. The match itself, you saw the match, so I don't have to say anything about that.
Listen, I suggest you all go to CCW's YouTube page to check out the match. You will not be disappointed. This man is who he says he is. I'm not going to say too much more on that. I'm going to let you go and look for yourself, guys.
CCW Alive Wrestling on YouTube.
That's it. I love the plug. Speaking of opponents, adapting to opponents, how do you prepare for opponents in contrasting styles like high flyers versus technical wrestlers?
Mindset doesn't change. I just go and I just want to whoop them all, like whatever style they are, whether it's going to be hard hitting, flying around, technical, like sign me up. Like, I don't give a damn who you give me. It's just going to be like, it's going to be as real as it gets, and it's going to be brutal and aggressive. That's all I can say.
Come on. Listen,
preparation is the same every day. It doesn't change.
I was there for, I believe it was at Tripping Animals. I want to say I was in Darrell. That was when I saw you, and I got a chance to catch the spear like he was talking about, guys. He mentioned earlier on how the spear is such a move. Listen, Goldberg, from Goldberg to Roman to your Braun Breakers to all of them. I've seen all the spears. I caught on camera, guys, which I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to show you all right now. I caught on camera the most devastating spear. Here we go. Fuck it. Guys, let me back that up, guys. No, because you got to see, those were not tricks. Look how he got off the ground. And it was because of him they won that match. That was he teamed with the Southeastern champion Domino to go against 5-Star Era in that match. And in my opinion, if he had not hit that spear, match would not have been won. That was the most devastating spear that I have seen in person. What is the difference between your spear and spears of the past and spears that they may see on other shows?
The believability. I believe in when I do it. Like in my mind, like I'm really trying to run through you like 100 miles per hour. So I'm trying to like cut your body in half. Like that's what I see when I start running and yelling and jump into it to tackle your ass down. Like I just see a lifeless body that I'm just about to cut in half. Like that's it. You don't exist no more. You're done.
I love it. And you all saw it for yourself. That was not a camera trick.
And that was with a leap.
It down.
It wasn't even face to face. There was a leap into it because they had to jump
across two men to get to his target, and he hit his target with precision. You have to see Meto in person, guys. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not, blowing smoke up your culos. I'm telling you what it is. He is the real deal. Speaking of which, being the real deal, what I've noticed is your connection with the fans. Wherever you are, if you see Meto online, if you see him at an event, the connection is so real with the fans. The fans love you. How important is the relationship with your fans, and what has been your most memorable fan interaction so far?
Well, the connection with the fans is everything. We do it because of them. If there's no fans, we're not going to be able to do what we love. So we owe them everything. So this is just a way for me to show appreciation to everybody because it's genuine and people can sense that it's real. Like I'm not trying to fake anything. Like with any conversation or face-to-face or a picture or a video, whatever we do, like everything that I do is a genuine, like I'm not a fake person. Like I do everything the way that I feel it. Like I do things based on feelings. And my most memorable fan moment was, so there's a kid who's a huge fan of CCW. CCW is like one of the top companies in the United States. And So the kid is a huge fan. His name is Luca. And right at that show, he invited me to his house because it was his father's birthday party. So they invited me to go. And he said, like, can you please come? I want to show you my room. I went, and that was one of the greatest fan experiences, friends experiences that I've ever had in my career. And it gives me that motivation and drive to keep doing it because I see kids like him. I see families, good people like him, his family. And it just gives you that extra, like, hey, like, we're actually into something. So just keep doing what you're doing. Might as well motivate somebody along the way. So that would have been, and the following show, he actually made a T-shirt with my name and the Bulgarian flag on it. So that was just it was an amazing experience, just a great experience. So surprised me with that stuff, and I was just blown away.
Man, that's dope. That's pretty dope. It's real cool when you can have that kind of interaction, and it, like you said earlier on, it's genuine. It's about being a genuine person outside of a character. You know, being a genuine person that people can connect to. And I've seen it firsthand, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to, I want to tell you that it's seen and it's noticed. If nobody tells you what you're doing, it's noticed that it's catching on to everybody. And it's noticed that you're becoming a household name right there in CCW. And in my opinion, it's going to go further and beyond wherever you want it to go. Real quick, I got a couple more questions and we'll let you get to it because I know you got to hit the road. Personal growth. I like to talk about personal growth on the show. And for me, personal growth is huge because it's all about growing. It's all about becoming a better version of yourself for yourself. How has wrestling helped you grow personally outside of the ring?
A lot, in many different ways. And we all need to grow. There's always a room for growth with everybody, especially with me. Like, I'm not the person that I want to be at the end, like, I'm trying my best every day to be that person. But at the end of the day, there's always a room for improvement in each and every one of us. And wrestling has helped me a lot with, like, again, with believing in yourself and confidence in everything that you're doing. Anything is possible. Like, once you go through all these steps with the brain damage and the brain bleeding, and you're never going to wrestle again. Doctor's been telling you you're never going to wrestle again. And then a torn pec, and then a torn hamstring, and all the life obstacles that keeps getting in your way. So wrestling has helped me a lot with all these things, because at the end of the day, you got to keep growing every day and becoming the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. And that's it.
Come on. That growth, personal growth. That is
personal growth is the name of the game. You can never say, like, okay, I know it all, like, I've done it all. No, the moment you say that, you're done. You better stop doing what you're doing. Like, no, you're done in life. Like, you should always try to improve. There's always things to improve. You can never stop improving.
Exactly. Outside of wrestling, what hobbies, man? What hobbies and passions that keep you balanced and grounded, man? What you like to do?
Hobbies and passions, I'm pretty boring, man. Like, I'm 100% locked in. Like, I work out, I eat, sleep, and breathe wrestling. Like, I watch wrestling all the time. Like, I think about wrestling all the time. What I do besides the workouts in the gym and the wrestling and all the preparation that goes into it, and the meal preps and the countless, all of that, I like to go to the beach, just enjoy the beach, and to the movies, maybe catch a movie once in a while if there's something good to watch. But I love the beach. It just relaxes me. I can't swim though. Like, don't tell that to anybody. But I go when I go to a pool, I go by the kids' pool, because I can't swim. So it's a little embarrassing.
It's something about the beach though that's peaceful. If you really think about
the connection with the water, because like, just like Bruce Lee says, be like water. Like, you have no shape or form, you become the shape and the form. And it's just like getting to see that the water is like something that you cannot tame, and it has so many layers to it, because nobody has gone to the deepest waters. Like, there's not humanly possible to get into the center of the ocean as deep as you can go, because no machine can hold you in there. So you get that in your head, like, and you just like water. Like, a human is just like water. There's so many layers to it, and you can constantly keep searching and searching for more and improve self-growth, like the self-improvement, just keep on.
Right. Hell yeah. Listen, one more question. And
Let's make it a good one. The last
oh, no,
one is the best one. That's the finish.
it has to be. It has to be the great one. But looking ahead, what goals do you have, both
The top.
personally and professionally?
The top, both personally and professionally. But personally, just to be happy, man. That's the only thing. Just to be blessed, happy, healthy for my friends and my family. Not so much me, but my friends and my family to be happy. All the people around me that care about me and I care about them to be happy and blessed and healthy. That's personally. Professionally, all the way to the top, wherever the top may be. Like I'm gonna get there.
I believe it. I believe it because you believe it. And honestly, if you all see him, when you see him in the ring, I know you're going to be believers as well. Listen, brother, I want to thank you for taking the time. Thank you for being the very first. I'm saying it out loud. So everybody, my producers, when you get this, you can all know that he was the very first very first professional wrestler on Convos. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the CCW heavyweight champion of the world, Meto.
I appreciate you.
The most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.